Hello and welcome to News with XGN. I'm your host, Xanthias, and every week we will be diving into the video game industry news. Now, we have some great stories for you today. We'll talk about the actors and voice actors strike, the Black Ops beta weekend and early access dates, the horror video game by Nintendo, and our first story, which is about Watch Dogs. Do you remember the video game Watch Dogs? And then Watch Dogs 2, and then Watch Dogs Legion? Well, I do, and I have played the first one that came out in 2014. That is like 10 years ago. Oh my god, that's a long time. Now, a film that has been in the talks for almost a decade is under production. Let's read from the Ubisoft's news website. It was written in June 5, 2024. Now, the upcoming Watch Dogs movie adaptation has its leads. New Regency announced today that Tom Blythe, The Hunger Games, and from The Hunger Games, and Sophie Wilde from Talk to Me have been cast in the film, which will feature an original story set in the Watch Dogs universe and is slated to begin production later this summer. Now, maybe by the time of recording this video, production is already, or the film is already under production, hopefully. Each game features different stories in a world where hacker rebels attempt to fight injustices enabled by CityOS, a digital information system that links entire cities onto a single network. From Aidan Pierce in Chicago, which is the first one, the one that I have played, to Marcus Holloway in San Francisco, to citizens in a dystopic London, members of the DedSec hacker organization use their advanced hacking apps and gadgets to undermine CityOS's oppressive reign and uncover corruption behind the system. I'm actually excited. I have read online many people that they're not excited about this film, but I am. I really enjoyed the game back then when I played it, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's move on to story number 2. Do you remember from last week where I talked about the creepy Nintendo teaser? So now we know what it is. The new horror game from Nintendo is called Almio, the Smiling Man, and it is a new title of the Is it Famicom or Famicom? Let's call it Famicom, yes? Detective Club Adventure game series. According to the series producer and writer Yoshio Sakamoto, Almio, the Smiling Man, is, and I quote, based on an urban legend they created for the game, end quote. The urban legend says that Almio approaches crying girls and promises to exchange an eternal smile for their lives. That sounds creepy enough. He murders the girls and places a paper bag with a smiley face drawn on their dead girl's head. The Famicom Detective Club has 2 more titles in the series, 1988's The Missing Heir and 89's The Girl Who Stands Behind, both re-released for Nintendo Switch in 2021. These games are adventure, mystery-solving titles, but also visual novels, and that alone might make me change my mind, because originally I said that I'm not going to play the game based on the teaser, but I really like visual novels. They're not as scary, so I might play it. I will have it on my wish list. Also, all the stories that I'm talking today can be found on my RSS feed website, GameNewsBytes.com, so make sure to visit. Now let's go to our third story. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 beta dates confirmed, and here are the dates and all the information you need to know. With the pre-order, so if you pre-order the game, you have early access from August 30 to September 4, and we have then open beta for all from September 6 to September 9. It's the first time that the beta will be available to all players and platforms, leaving the PlayStation exclusive betas to the past. The title will be released for PlayStation, Xbox and Windows on the 25th of October. Now, as I write here on the article, I'm not going to include all the different game paths for Xbox, as I really don't know what is happening there, but you would need a PlayStation Plus subscription to play Call of Duty online. You can read the rest of the story on IGN. Moving on to the next story. So this is a very serious story, and I will do my best to deliver it as well as I can. Feel free to add anything you want in a civilized manner in the comments if you know more. And it is about the strike. Now, I'm reading from Eurogamer. US video game performance announced strike over ongoing AI concerns, and there was an update, and we will go to that as well. Here's the original story. Video game performers within United States Actors Union SAG-AFTRA have voted to go on strike starting Friday 26th of July after more than a year and a half of negotiations with major game companies over the use of AI have failed to reach a deal. Now, let me try and explain what the issue is with AI. Well, I guess pretty much we all know it, but we will try to explain it. Okay. Now, this is from an article from LA Times that it was published last year, where there were already talks about it back then. The capacity to cheaply and easily create convincing digital replicas of performer voices is already here and widely available. SAG-AFTRA said in a message posted on its website. You can find the tools to do it yourself with a simple Google search. Without protections, not only will this be the future of how voices are recorded for video game characters, but your own voice recordings will be used to train the AI systems that replace you. Performance capture, in which professionals like stunt performers provide digitally captured performances for video game characters, could also be replicated through AI. I will include all the links to those articles that I'm reading in the description below. Another a simple version of the above is reported by BBC, where we read, the performers are worried about gaming studios using generative AI to reproduce their voices and physical appearance to animate video game characters without providing them with fair compensation. And there were some worries whether it will affect games like GTA 6 or even Black Ops 6, but according to Eurogamer, and it is a quote from SAG-AFTRA, the language in the IMA, which it is the interactive media agreement that covers artists who provide voiceover services and on-camera work used to create video game characters, it is clear that video games that were already in production prior to 25th of August 2023, including live service games, are not subject to the strike and remain covered by the ongoing terms of the 2020 to 2022 IMA. Performers would not be in violation of the strike order if they continue working. So those games, GTA 6 and Black Ops 6, have been already in production long before the 25th of August of 2023. And then we have the update. Audrey Cooling, a spokesperson for the 10 video game producers, including Activision, Electronic Arts, Insomnia Games, Take-Two Productions, Warner Brother Games, and more, who are negotiating with SAG-AFTRA, said, "We are disappointed the union has chosen to walk away when we are so close to a deal," said. "Our offer is directly responsive to SAG-AFTRA's concern and extends meaningful AI protections that include requiring consent and fair compensation to all performers working under the IMA, and that they have already found common ground on 24 out of 25 proposals, including historic wage increases and additional safety provisions, and that those terms are among the strongest in the entertainment industry." So that is very interesting, actually, and I will be following the story closely because, okay, they have found common ground on 24 out of 25 proposals, but yet there is a strike. What happened? What triggered the strike if they were so close into closing a deal? And to let me get this straight also, I do support the strike, as in, yes, I don't believe that the actors can be taken advantage of, and that the producers, that the video game companies or other media companies take their likeness or, train AI to use them without proper compensation. No, they should get compensated. They should find a fair licensing, system. Yeah, so I'm with them. But it is interesting that they were so close into closing a deal. Yeah, okay, you get it. So let's see what happens there. So that wraps up today's edition of News with XGN, and thank you for joining me. Don't forget to check out the website GameNewsBytes.com for more stories, like and subscribe for more videos, and also keep an eye on our social media for our live streams, where myself and Grimskull and Nemicute, we are playing online video games. We're having fun, but we're mostly arguing with each other. So anyway, it's funny. Come and join us, and thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.